Hello and welcome once more. Birdies, birdies, gather ye here, around the marble nest. This time we return to the town upon the Gorkon, but as a different player of a different sort. This time we return to our familiar city as Daniil Dankovsky, a Bachelor of Medicine, and a self-identified fighter of death. We have one last chance to figure out the truth.
Птицы, птицы, собирайтесь возле мраморного гнезда.
I got the impression everything went a touch wrong. We're wearing an executive's cloak. He knows we're here. If we're wearing an executive's cloak, then that might well mean that we are one of the executives. Our silhouette has changed, you may notice. Oh dear, everything's really gone very wrong. This is a bad timeline. This is a bad end. Hello, Spitty.
Земля извергла из своих внутренностей чудовище, дабы обуздать его дерзость.
You are a brave man, Doctor. I'm glad to see you finally mustered up the courage to do it. Meaning it's probably time to say goodbye, right? It's rather unkind of you. My courage never faltered in the first place. Well, you are going to die now. Death is awaiting you downstairs by the exit. I wonder if you'll manage to give it the proper answer this time. I am a doctor. I've been fighting death my whole life, and I usually succeed. You are a great doctor, there's no denying that. A skilled fighter of death. The plague almost devoured this town, but you managed to protect the stone yard from the infection, creating an impenetrable citadel here. But take a peek outside, and you'll see that people are still dying. Why do you reckon that is? My plans were disrupted by a freak accident. If I could only relive this bloody day. You made a mistake, fought the wrong enemy. What do I have to do to get through to you? You want to exterminate death, yet you drag it behind like a tethered bull. That is just not the right way. Are you suggesting I choose a more manageable foe? No, that is not my style. Farewell, Doctor. You were a good man, but your eyes were stitched shut. Go down now. Death is getting restless. Evil Saturday. Foul Saturday. And any Saturday is followed by a Sunday. That's a pun of sorts in Russian. Sunday is sort of a word for, or sort of synonymous with the word for resurrection. Bucha. May Mother Bodo caress your step. Foul dreams. A singular cold key. Everything's still going just a touch wrong. everything's really gone wrong. Done. Took them all away. Can't do no more. Took whom away? Everyone. What about you? How are you feeling? I'm dead tired, Doctor. Haven't had a decent sleep for over 2 days now. Any more assignments? We're goners anyway, no chance to break out of here. We did all we could, but this seems to be it. Orderly number 12 going off duty. Take a break, number 12. You are released from duty. Just one more thing, Doc. Reckon there's still hope? There were 13 districts in the down. Miraculously, I managed to save 2. Dozens of refugees are sheltered here. There will be survivors. I know it. What is the difference between determination and denial? Too many dead. Everything's done. I got a bit sleepy though, sorry about that. Shall we proceed with the treatment, Doctor? What treatment? Who are we going to treat? Where is everyone? Don't give me that look, Doctor. Don't blame yourself. I think I know why we ended up like this. Your attention must have slipped today. You didn't put all the pieces together. Failed to assemble the puzzle. Oh. The condescension. Perhaps you can also enlighten me as to where the source of the outbreak was? You told us yourself, don't you remember? Everything that transpired did so for good reason. The puzzle was almost solved, but some pieces must have slipped. Me, I don't even know what events you were referring to. It was your day, after all, not mine. Evil Saturday, foul Saturday. Puzzle is not the word I would use. I'm glad you're feeling better, Dora. Now, please, get some rest. Orderly number 12. Signing off. Is there anything else? No, this entire place is already looted. Nothing's left. We're all out of everything. Everything is gone. So it's true. You've given up, resigned to die, thrown in the towel. The great Bachelor Dankovsky, celebrity thanatologist, the scientist who has claimed to have defeated death itself. Utterly failed, haven't you? What makes you think I've resigned to die? I trusted you. We all did. For as long as you lived, so did we. I knew it firsthand. And now you've decided you've had enough to march into the grave meekly like a lamb to the slaughter. Must feel nice to find an easy way out. The easy way is shifting all the responsibility from your dumb heads to my shoulders. It all just slipped through your fingers. The disease infiltrated the stone yard today, but you didn't notice. Your type would never go through the back alley. Your routes are always the same, from the main street to the main square and back. Perhaps you weren't really looking. Perhaps you're in league with it? The epidemic began the day you arrived in town. I wonder if that's a coincidence. Get a grip. You're a quitter and a disgrace.
Руки!
На выкусе! Руки убрал!
Помогите!
Fuck. Fuck. Of course. But, of course. This is it, Doctor. You fought valiantly, but you've lost. A foe like me is no match for men, and you are no exception. So, are you ready to die? No, that is not what I intend to do. So you didn't understand anything, stubborn man. You've done more than is humanly possible. You cordoned off the safe part of the town, but it was all in vain. I am here already. I don't believe you. This is all a dream. Nightmare. A prophetic dream, Bachelor, such is the nature of the plague. The town seems clean and calm in the morning, but somewhere in the depths of the nondescript house, a carrier is already lurking. Come noon, fleas appear in hordes, transmitting the sickness. So do rats. By the evening, the whole town is in agony. You've seen this many times already. So, are you ready to die? No. Don't even try. Soon I'll wake up and you will be gone. No, you may not see me at once, but that doesn't mean I won't be there. I'm telling you, I'm already in this part of the town. Please understand that resistance is pointless. You need to come to terms with my existence and accept me, like you accept the law of gravity. I am Earth. We are of the same nature. Are you ready to die, Bachelor? Well, premonitus, premonitus. If you've infiltrated the stone yard already, all I need to do is find you. As you wish. In that case, go see for yourself. Be gone, plague, out of my way. Hello, Sticky.
Шея у него длинная, тулово толстое, ножки копытцами. Значит, альбинос. Вот и говори потом, что не земля такое слепила.
Doctor, wake up. A bad thing happened. I know. The infection found its way here, and its carrier must be around. Perhaps walking the streets right now. Blackie's old man is ill, but it's not plague. I mean, not the sand thing. Will you cure him and not send beakheads after him? Whether it's the sand thing or not is not for me to decide, but well done, lad. Waking me up immediately. An hour of hesitation could have cost us the town's life. Also, the judge was here, demanded you be woken up. I stopped him. I didn't like how the old geezer looked at all. Nuts is how he looked, hands shaking and all. What do you mean, stopped him? What was important? Are you out of your mind, lad? Do you appreciate what's at stake here? You look completely nuts, I'm telling you, and you look dead tired. The judge was here an hour ago anyway, so he must be at his place now. It's just next door. There's a carrier of the plague in town. I mean, perhaps. That's what my intuition tells me. Anyway, now is not the time to be flippant at all. What do I have? A pocket watch. A face mask, I can use that. The bloody bandages I don't think I can really need, but they're handy to have. So, some resources, but perhaps not enough. Enough. Perhaps not, but it'll do for now.
Как уберечься от заражения? Ты же, доктор, должен знать.
What were you dreaming about anyway? You were screaming as though devils were dragging you to hell by hooks. I dreamed that the plague had infiltrated this place, the stone yard. It talked to me and said, "Here I am, the birds are gathering around the marble nest." Whatever that means. I see. Were there bulls in your dream? Just one, rather spine-chilling though. Why do you ask? Too bad. If you dream of a bull, that means the dream's pathetic, so it'll come true. Everyone knows this, omen. You need to see Sapa. Well, that probably means a lot of important things are going to happen today. With your kind help, my today started rather early. Too early, perhaps. Oh, and one more thing. Don't give nuts to Shrew. Why? I thought rodents liked nuts. Because... just don't. I'll consider it. Sand plague has infiltrated the town. Where is the carrier? A boy named Sticky implores me not to give nuts to a girl named Shrew. Not under any circumstances. There's a sick person. Neg number 1. Right. Let's see what our mind map shows. Oh, sorry, our physical map shows us. We know what the mind map is showing. Ah, shit. Okay, let's go through it all. Artemi is dead. If only I ever knew whether he'd made that panacea of his. Notkin is dead. Local urchins used to gather here. We managed to disperse them, but not to save them. Grief is dead. The local thief used to hide here, but one cannot steal themselves from death. Vlad and Capella. Capella's wing. This house looks as if no one's ever lived here. Capella is gone? She managed to secrete herself away there, so she's safe. Mark is safe. The home for the living is now deceased. Poor Lara. General Block's headquarters used to be there before he died. Yulia is beyond the threat of the plague, despite being the only person to understand the true logic of what's unfolding. What a drivel. Katerina is alive, but Governor Sabarov went down with this town. A brutal man to go down with his ship. Architect Peter Stamatin survives as long as the polyhedron, the paramount of his creation, survives. Architect Andrei Stamatin is as dead for as long as his brother is. That's fucking tragic. Ruben used to live here, now he sleeps in the army train. Anna Angel still lives. Of course Anna Angel lives. Ty is dead. Who's alive? Not many of them. Aglaya, Vlad. The changeling lives. Everyone went wrong. The queens, the pieces, and the pawns, and nearly all the pawns are dead. We're all in danger. Oh shit. Oh no, 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 no. Eva died in this timeline. Eva died not from the plague. I'm not... Morphine, fine. If Eva died but not from the plague, then that means that she died from something else. It means that she... I think she sacrificed herself. I think she died to jump from the fucking balustrade of the cathedral. God... Fuck. Grigory Gorky, number 6, here to report to you, Doctor. Well, generally the coast is clear, sir. No signs of the plague. I'd say you've won. Congratulations are in order. As for us, we are leaving this part of the town. Our place is across the river. Still work to be done there. The state of the coast is mine to evaluate, and my information differs from yours. How many of you are here in the stone yard? 36? I need every commanding orderly to report to me. Stat, you have half an hour. But most orderlies are gone for good. Some of them gone home even. Come now, Doctor, your work is done. Have a look at yourself. I've seen happier corpses. You're overworked and deserving rest. A good, long, peaceful rest. There's no rest for the wicked. I never dismissed the orderlies, so why are they gone? Do my words mean nothing? There's simply nothing left to do. The coast is clear. There are several orderlies who have not abandoned their duties. They're probably still out there, guarding suspicious spots. They insist on staying unless you withdraw orders personally, Doctor. Bootlickers, if you ask me. Subservient show-offs. Let them stay there. Report to me when I find them. Then I'll check the suspicious spots myself. The rest of you deserve to be court-martialed. You keep that in mind, number 6. Why so tense, Doctor, if I may ask? Some whippersnapper just rushed past me. Was it he that disturbed you? No, it was another thing. No matter. Now off you go and stop with the search. If you see anything suspicious, report to me immediately. Every hour counts now. Fuck, we got no bottles. Right. Right. Okay. This house will do as our first port of call. Right, the armory are down there, Gaiden. Now we burn the cathedral down, right? It's there you're heading, innit? To give the order. No, we burn nothing down. We protect local architecture and execute arsonists. That's what we do. Got it? Well, I mean, you ordered everyone who so much as sniffed lift will be dragged there, didn't you? Locked them up, let them stew, didn't you? Stands to reason, I think, that the only thing left to do is to burn the place down and be done with the stinking sand pest. I ordered suspicious people there, not the sick, to be tended to, not locked up, and don't get me started on the rest of your ideas. I'll give you people an inch of a rope. Folks and I saved some kerosene for you. You need it? Sorry, I have to go. Need to get to the cathedral before your kind friends show up there with the kerosene. Fuck. Okay. We do this as quick as we can. We deal with everything that we can. We might just have a chance to save everyone that's left. Oh, fuck. It's not the sandblast. Don't tell him, Beakheads. He'll get better, I know it. Beakheads? Is this the moniker you've given the orderlies? Don't be afraid of them. They're public servants doing a good job, too. Nothing good about their job. Fast job is what they do. You just sneeze and here they are, grabbing you with them hooks, dragging you to the ward. I swear the sick are. So the only way to get out of there is feet first. When did he get sick? An hour or so ago. Dropped down and started beating and flopping like a fish, mouth open and all. Brought him water, but he couldn't tell it was me. Nearly an hour. That is good news. Doesn't seem like the sand pest, but there's no harm in double checking. Better safe than sorry. Symptoms do not fit the horrible disease. It's exterminated 2/3 of the town's population within a week. Judging by the preliminary analysis, this man died of a massive stroke. Still think we should perform an autopsy. I'll call the orderlies. They'll take the body where it belongs. We've got time. Relieved? An ordinary stroke? Yes, not everyone dies of the sand pest. Oh no, it all begins someplace else. You've got the wrong address. Where's the boy? Where did you come from? Report your name, number, and assigned duty, now. Ah, so you think I'm an orderly. Yes, these costumes do have their downsides. Not the best outfits if you want to talk to someone face to face. The person inside would find it difficult to prove their identity. Who are you, then? Oh, so you thought you could catch me on the first try? Quite an ego, Doctor. Ambition seems to be your middle name. You challenge death and expect your fight to be this simple? You must be kidding. I'm almost offended. I've been fighting death for many years, and I usually succeed. Neither pox nor cholera nor sand pest kill people. All they do is reduce their lifetime, yet the time of the world is yours to control. Who was the murderer? A sickness that let no second go to waste? Or you, who bothered not to hurry? I think it's the latter. Get lost, whoever you are. I don't want to see you ever again. Who are you talking to just now, Doc? Is this your idea of a joke? No, sir. I was ordered to come, sir. Person's died here, sir. We take our orders seriously around here, sir. Forget it. Doesn't matter. Just do your job. You feeling okay, Doctor, sir? Kind of pale. Dark rings under the eyes present, too. You must be overworked and exhausted. Your schedule's insane. You need to have a good long sleep, sir. Very long. There's no time to rest. I'm planning to examine this whole house. Do you have a master key? I do, sir. Here it is. Please kindly note how fragile it is, sir. Only good to unlock a couple of doors. 3 maybe, then it breaks. Better than nothing. Hand it over. Lockpick. Right. Some meager cash. Little else. Upstairs. Might be something. You never know. It's worth a shot. You never know what you can find. You never know what might be useful. Well, that wasn't as useful as I thought it was going to be. Ah, okay, right, the lockpick's dead. Right, okay. Fine. Nothing. Nothing, 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 nothing. Fuck. Fine. Okay. Var was taken to a talk with Captain Longan soon after the army arrived, so Var is presumably dead too. I don't think I can get out of the stone yard. I've quarantined it. Of course, another one. Mikhail Goba, number 2, reporting in. You know, no matter what they said, I couldn't believe what you were done for. Right I was. Your vigilance is commendable, Mikhail Goba. Report the situation. Reporting in. The Dust District, House 1. There it is to the left, where the smoking chimney is harboring a Spitty, a local quack. There's rumors circulating that she's not susceptible to the sand pest and can cure it too. House 2 to the right. A suspicious group of children is ogling its windows. They're probably up to no good. Tell me more. This Spitty, or Saba, is quite a character. It's plainly obvious what type she will attract. The infected types. Nimble they are, swift like mice. Won't be held back by any kind of barrier. You won't be able to stop them. I mean, look, they're already crowding her place. The mob is even larger at dawn. She needs to be deported to the other side of the river immediately. I'll talk to her myself. And what's wrong with the children? The children are not getting enough spankings, that's what's wrong with them. They don't give a rat's ass about the adults, as you have surely noticed. It's a clear sign, wherever there are kids, there is trouble. It's just the games they play, malicious games. I wouldn't be surprised to find out this whole outbreak was just a game of theirs too. Nice reference to Pathologic 1. One more thing. Where's your commanding orderly? Across the river? No, they were planning to throw a small party in the cape by the tombs. Shove the party right up the Orderlies are having a celebration. Right. I came here before you, but you may go in first. I need to pluck up my courage. So you came for the cure. Are you sick? No, I'm not sick. I came here so that a Spitty would explain my dream to me. We all did. So this Spitty is a dream teller, huh? Indeed, I dreamed a frightening thing today. Only a Spitty can dream truth from dream lies. Dream truths, dream lies, what are you talking about? All dreams are prophetic, but ordinary people can't tell which dream things will happen inevitably, which can change, and which will merely dross. What about you? What did you dream of? That is my business and not yours. Even if I told you, it would be pointless. You would only hear dream lies. A Spitty, on the other hand, can see your dream with their own eyes, so it doesn't matter which words you use to describe it. If you tell me what you dreamed of, can you have any item of mine? I'll even let you choose which one. I dreamed that I would die today, that I wouldn't be the only one. I see. Of the sand plague, I believe? No. A Spitty taught us how not to fear that bogeyman. There is no sand plague. I saw death by fire. You look healthy, that's a relief, but I think you better find a more suitable place for your future conversations with this dream teller of yours. Ah, took my pocket watch. Fine.
Только бы мертвые хозяйки не вернулись назад. Нины с Орлицей нам только тут и не хватало.
Hello, Doctor. What did you dream of today? I dreamed that an outbreak would happen here today. The plague itself came to me wearing an orderly's outfit and gave me time until the evening. No matter. Sounds stupid when I say it aloud. I need a dream hook. Try to remember the mood, if only for a second. This is crucial. Then, in your mind's eye, imagine a single detail that seemed pivotal to you. Just don't try to invent anything new. Remember it, and I'll be able to see your dream as if it was mine. I remember you. You were there in my dream, telling me I failed to understand something. You're missing the point, Doctor. And I think you also tend to mix up death and plague, which are actually not the same. You mix up death, and death, but they are not the same. You cannot even tell from death, not the same. How many different words did I use? 1. Are you telling me they sounded different to you? The thing that came to you tonight was death. Not death, as you thought. It wants you to understand why it haunts you, and it won't take you in until you do. It's simple as that. I see. So was I supposed to just accept everything and meekly go belly up? No. If you agree to die without understanding, you will simply cease to exist. I doubt that would be of interest to you, and it'd definitely be pointless to your visitor, and it would never do anything unless it had a point. Death literally is the cessation of existence. I've been studying it all my life. I know what I'm talking about. This is precisely why you can't just take you in. You're blind. You don't know the first thing about it. Death is not the end. Not at all. Would you like me to prove it to you? You're a doctor. You'd easily see through any act. Watch me die properly. When it knocks, simply open the door. Sorry. Why would I be convinced by your gimmicks? It's not like you even have a degree. Fucking hell. Because I know how to die properly. Do you have a weapon? Fine, let's see your proof.
Я вижу тебя, как на ладони.
There's nothing terrible about it. I died properly. What do you mean, properly? I knew why it needed to happen. Never let this understanding slip my mind. Not even for a second. Concentration and the ability to clear your mind of any secondary thoughts are crucial. That's all there is to it. And why did it need to happen? This time I did it because I needed to convince you that running away from death will get you nowhere. You won't win this way, you'll only make it worse. There's no need to hurry, though. Suicide only leads to void. It's not the right way to cross the threshold. How can it be worse? If death is so painful, why hurry? Because there is fear swelling inside you, and fear won't help you understand how to die properly. Even without the understanding, you will still die, Bachelor, but it won't be a true death. To the contrary, it will be your complete, absolute end. You will simply cease to be. It's not quite as unpleasant an eternal damnation, but still rather less than thrilling. Drop your weapons, stop resisting, unlock the gate, and we will spare your lives. The oldest trick in the book, yet it never fails.
Факты складываются в единую картину.
No. Okay. Bitty died. That was baffling. Okay, up and down. The army man by the gates. They can stay there. I have no interest in leaving this part of the town. Nope, 10 o'clock. Can't believe my eyes. Same here. What are you doing here? Why have you abandoned your duties? According to our papers. One moment, please. I'll find the precise... here it is. After a short burst of fever, having woken up from anxious dreams, Bachelor Daniil Dankovsky passed away in his own bed. Yesterday, after 9 o'clock. As the only known victim of the sand plague. Signed by me, right? Because if it isn't, that means you're way out of line executing random orders. Since no signs of the sand plague were located in the Stonyard, the Orderly Committee have unanimously decided to disband the Medical Worker Corps. The most committed orderlies went across the river to transport dead bodies. The least committed ones went home. As for us, we've stayed here to celebrate your victory. What victory? Nothing's over yet. I don't know. According to the judge's orders, there's nothing more to be done here. In the case of Bachelor Dankovsky's death, the judge is the only person whose orders I'm supposed to follow. Here, see? Got it all in writing. Legal stuff. How about getting your peepers open, you cretin? Here I am, alive and right in front of you. Don't know what you're talking about. Got it all in writing. Anyone could impersonate Bachelor Dankovsky. As for me, I'm just standing my watch as an official representative. Official my ass. I'm going to the judge to see this straight, and you will be punished severely for this breach of conduct. The orderlies see me as dead. Right. Do I have anything else? No. Right. Down, down, down. We got time. Probably not enough time, but time nevertheless. Immunity is waning a bit. Let's try and do what we can. So, Dankovsky, did you find that thief of yours? Thief of mine? You must have taken me for someone else. I do not number thieves and pirates among my acquaintances. This night, a disheveled man broke into Judge Kane's house, kicked up quite a racket. He begged the judge to hide him from you, pleaded for justice. Everyone assumes he stole something from you. He asked the judge for justice? I wonder if he expects me to shoot first and ask questions later. I don't know. Perhaps he must have had his reasons. Perhaps. I think a visit to the judge is still in order. The judge is actively sabotaging my efforts in fighting the Sandpast. What is going on here? Something strange is happening. Leave him be. Chalk. Raisins, no nuts though. Well, that's true. Here we go. Well, have you collected them? What are you rascals doing here? Keeping vigil, waiting for things inside the house to come close. Also for nuts. I'll be generous enough to forgive the rascals for now. I can even help you get inside if you bring me a nut, of course. Why do you need nuts? How many times have I told you it's none of your business? It must be 100 times or 200. I need them, simple as that. You mistake me for someone else, girl. Doctor, are you sure you're alright? Suppose you've gotten yourself sick? They say the sick ones start to rave and don't recognize their family and can't remember who they are. Mind your manners. Let me say it again. We had a deal. You can go everywhere. I can't go anywhere. Thanks loads for that. Right? That's exactly why you get me nuts and I give you whatever you need in exchange, like lockpicks, handmade, rare, a super luxurious product if you ask me. No need to be shy. You can't go anywhere? With a pocket full of rare, luxurious, handmade lockpicks? Right. Perhaps it'd be safer for me to have them. Perhaps, but only in exchange for nuts. Got it already. Trading one for one, right? I sullenly swear. Heaven sevens, now and foreverance. When I was your age, the thing to say was, I shall eat earth, but that's unhygienic, so no matter. Fine. I trust you.
Убийца ты степной демон, Шабна-Кадык. Точно говорю.
How's Blackie? He's fine, but his stepfather died. I have a very important thing to ask of you. Don't listen to Shuri, okay? Never give her nuts ever. It's all a trap. Got it? Most certainly didn't. Shuri wants you to die. Don't give her anything. Shuri? You mean the pigtails girl? Have I wronged her somehow? Not at all. She just thinks your whole ordeal's wrong. Feels sorry for you. Thing is, I don't want you to die. You know what? Find any nuts, bring them to me instead. I'll give you anything in exchange. How about bandages? You're a doctor, you probably need those. What's up with this nut obsession of yours? If you're hungry, how about some bread? They're not food, they're for the dead. Look, why do you think Sleepyhead's standing by the willows with pocketfuls of nuts? Exactly, why is he? A couple of good masters used to live there, fine tuners. Sleepyhead wants them to advise him after they die. Nuts can preserve people after death, so Shrew wanted to scrounge one from Sleepyhead for you, but he won't give her any. What? For me? Look, just don't give nuts to Shrew, alright? Give them to me instead. I don't want you to die. You can keep living us. Teach me too. I want to be a doctor too, you know. If you want to be a doctor, stop by removing this ridiculous nonsense you seem to believe from your head.
Кто-то меня как будто за веревочку дергает.
Don't tell Shrew I warned you, right? We're good friends, actually. The only thing that made sense in your story is that you kids are all starved for nuts. Shrew's got the keys, not me. Don't need to go in there anyway. One can catch him from over here just fine. What's in there? 2 solid masters dying in there right now, Siskin and Lotman. Both been over the river, and now they're done for. That's what you get for getting carried away. Anyway, I want to collect them into nuts. I'll listen to them before they go to sleep, and they'll advise me. Collect them into nuts. How? A nut's a tricky fruit. Resonates. If you do anything properly, you can preserve a person inside. Got it? Talked about to death and all. Through a teeny tiny hole. If he agrees to, I mean. What if he doesn't? Well, then you wait for him to get bored. It's probably super tiresome sitting inside a nut talking to no one. Eternal life must be tedious. Yes, unless you're evolving. Which is the only way to get inside the suspicious house.
Как уберечься от заражения? Ты же, доктор, должен знать.
How do I get... Do I want nuts? I don't even know if I want them. Religious buildings often have thick walls. Why, I wonder? So the Holy Spirit won't flutter out? Monasteries often serve as prisons. In any case, it works in your favour. Thick walls contain moans and screams effectively. This is why you wanted to drag everyone's suspicions to the cathedral, isn't it? So that everything would seem fine from the outside. No. The people who show suspicious signs are taken to the cathedral because no one in the town attends the place. If I were you, I'd hurry up with the inspection. One day, so many people will be murdered up there that walls won't be able to hold. I'll check on the place. Right. So we know... Nuts. Nuts... Don't give nuts to Shrew is what Notkin is saying. Which I suppose is no matter because we haven't found any anyway, so... But... The shop. There's a shop. People were evicted from 3 houses yesterday. Must have left food behind. When's it going to be disturbed? I suspect you were mistaken. Each household provided 3 days' worth of food for the isolation period, the bare minimum, so I very much doubt there are any eatables left anywhere. I don't know. But there may be goods inside and those houses stand deserted anyway, so why won't they let us in? And where were the evicted people relocated, I wonder? It's not that there are any spare houses in the Stoneyard. When we were trying to accommodate refugees from across the river, some people were packed like sardines. Some of you even have to sleep outside. I don't know, Doctor. The owners are told to have gone back across the river. The whole ordeal's over now, isn't it? By the way, does this mean that our own guests will also be evicted soon? I want to take a look personally. Where are these houses? They're guarded, I should hope. I don't know. Rumour has it soldiers are standing watch by them. Even if there's no food left inside, perhaps you can at least relocate some of the refugees there? I mean, really, Doctor, my own house is so packed there's no room to swing a cat. You've forbidden them to go outside, too. Soldiers, huh? That's reassuring. The last thing we need is looting. What you looking at? Move along. Our business here, not yours. How rude. Wrong. As long as I'm the only doctor in town, everything's my business. You ordered to lock the shop yesterday, didn't you? Well, lo and behold, it is locked. So why'd you come? Exception, are you? Locked for everyone but you big city fucker. Watch your tongue. Perhaps you need jail time to cool your head off. You're playing with fire, big shot. The shop ain't opening now, we'll tear it down. If you do, it will be your lost first and foremost. People are starving, the children are starving. What was that disturbed that day before yesterday is gone now. You closed everything due to the threat of infection. The threat's no more, so open the shop back. We will simply dismantle it. Our patience is running thin. Who told you the threat is no more? Dunno. But I know that Judge Georgie Kane himself lifted the quarantine, unlocked the isolation ward, dismissed the orderlies, so let him open up the shop. If he doesn't, we'll break it open. 3 huge bags of millet in there, and flour too. The people know everything. It's the empty can that makes the most noise. Rumour mongering is worse than infection. It only promotes panic. If you don't open it, we'll get you too. You got yourself special treatment, ain't you? Don't play with fire, big shot. Ungrateful fucking bastards, the lot of you. So will medicine be delivered by you now? I need spirits. Spirits to raise your spirits? No, sanitizers cost their weight in gold right now. So what of it? Wasn't it you that ordered the drugstore locked up? Those common folk are afraid to go there, never mind it's on the outskirts. No meds in the headquarters, no meds in possession, and them soldier lads won't give us none. So how do we get better? Ain't God's way, this. Why do you need medicine so badly? Let me look at your pupils. Come now, Doc, I'm healthy. I'm only asking for my fellow man. No one in this town is healthy, not in every sense of the word. Well, this ain't going well. Right. So that's right, we're free to go. Why are there so few of you? Where are the rest of the guards? I left 2 platoons here. I mean, the cathedral's been opened again, so everyone's gone. I was the only unit left. Plover is a beast when it comes to discipline and orders. Unlocked by whom? Look over there, by the entrance, see? A Staff Sergeant Plover. Ask him, he's the one who talked to people in charge. Until the outbreak has been curbed, I am the person in charge. I mean, they say the threat's no more. Only crossed the river, but the plague's dying out there too. Managed a counterattack on it, didn't we? What counterattack, soldier? Infection isn't human. You can't shoot it. Staff Sergeant Plover. Contrary to the instructions of a representative of the local authorities, Judge Georgi Kane, I kept my squad on security duty. Your orders, sir? Yesterday, Cathedral was filled to the brim with people who exhibited signs of the sand plague. I hope they are all still inside. You kidding? Gone with the wind. Why are you still here, then? I want to be court-martialed. Wasn't the judge who assigned us here? It's frightening too, Doctor. One can't be too cautious. Cautious? Scared? Oh, of what? A couple of them stayed inside. The rest are scattered, but these ones must be mites, plague bearers, either dead on their feet or responsible enough not to flee. We haven't checked. You have my gratitude, Sergeant. It's a relief to see that at least one person still has a head on their shoulders. Oh, this ain't going well. Okay. Into the cathedral we go. Her soul is probably still in here, you know. Ah, fuck. Don't listen to him, he's raving. Thinks he's got sandpass, but I know perfectly well it's mere consumption. Is that so? Didn't know you were a doctor too. Any suggestions in terms of treatment, dear colleague? As long as we're here, we remain alive. This is what matters. Just leave us be, I suppose. Lock us in, if that's what safety demands. All I want is to stay with him some more. Let me feel your forehead, please. She's unnaturally pale and drowning in sweat, but I see no other signs of the sand plague. The vacant look and generally unfocused appearance betray a commotion of the nerves that surpasses general anxiety. I see no obvious signs of the infection, but have it your way. I'd rather you stayed here. That would be for the better. I know I'm sick, so I'm going to surrender myself to the soldiers, let them execute me. It's as simple as leaving the cathedral, you know? How long have you been here? For all eternity, it feels. I'm tired of this torture. I prefer death. I want out. You'd prefer death? Seriously? You have to be a moron not to be afraid of death. But death at least promises some semblance of hope. Here, no hope is fathomable. I don't want to spend my time imprisoned in this stone sack. Firstly, it's boring. Secondly, it hurts. I'm feverish. Isn't it the other way around? Dum spiro spero. While you're alive, there is still hope, yet death is final. Take a look around. This isn't life. Let's get this discussion over with and move on to the examination. Please extend your arm. The symptoms do remind me of the sand plague. Fever, dilated pupils, slurred speech patterns. He won't live to see this evening, but a person sick with sand plague at this stage would also have yellowish skin coloration. It's hard to say for sure. I'm sorry, but I can't just let you die. If you're infected, I need to keep you here as proof that I'm right about this new outbreak. I am therefore locking you in. Cannot diagnose the couple in the cathedral. The drugstore. Perhaps there's something to it. Oh god. No! No, 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 no. You fuckers. No. Please don't let that be Eva. Please don't let that be Eva. Please don't let it be Eva. Eva deserves better. Blessed is the dead who thinks he's alive. Why hurt their ideal? That would be too cruel. You were a wise man, Bachelor. If they want to live through this evil day again and again, who are we to rob them of their bliss, their chance to take non-existence for existence? I didn't come here to indulge in philosophizing, you buffoon. I just did what had to be done. Fuck. I deserved better. Oh, fuck me. Right. Here we go. Pankrat Lukabur, Bachelor. Can't be damned to remember my number. We've got 2 spots of trouble here, and I don't know which is worse. Firstly, the steppe people abandoned their camp behind the cathedral yesterday. The ones who stayed are preparing for a funeral of some sorts. Secondly, the judge has kindly gone off his rocker. Cancels your quarantine measures. I think he harbors an infected person too. Where is the judge? A funeral? Who are they planning to bury? One of their lot, I suppose. Been all over the stone yard looking for you. The soldiers reminded them of their place. I see. I'll pay them a visit. Is the judge home? He's home, in the workshop, upstairs and to the left. And don't forget them step people too. Just follow the footpath by the cathedral. Go through the apple tree garden. You'll see the place. At least the smoke from their fires. I'll have a word with the judge first. Up, down, up. Right. Hello. The judge has lost his mind, Bachelor. He denies the obvious, claims that the epidemic is still here. What? If what you're saying is true, why the bloody hell is the judge doing what he's doing? Why is he cancelling my orders? I know very little. The judge is a brilliant mind. Master used to be extremely shrewd and conscientious. Help him, Doctor. Perhaps pills or leeches are in order? A bloodletting, maybe? Just let me in.
Зря Катерина выгнала самозванку. Клара — ее истинное продолжение. Родная дочь Таня была бы ближе.
I dropped by your place at dawn, Bachelor. I wanted to warn you of my plans. Your young assistant asked me not to disturb you. I judged that it was better to let you have some rest. The catastrophe has already struck, and you needed all the strength you could to muster the trials. Sorry. The catastrophe has already struck, and you needed all the strength you could muster to face the trials of today. What have you done, Georgi? I erected every possible defense so diligently, and it's all ruined now, everything I worked to achieve. Quite so, for I am the judge, and, as is commonly agreed upon, I boast a certain level of intelligence. It's plain to me that you are on the verge of shredding me into pieces, but still your wrath. As a great Athenian once said, strike if you will, but hear. Themistocles, I know. He met a rather gruesome end, by the way. He died of plague. No, it was Pericles. You are a learned man, but history is not your strong suit, which is why you should listen to me. Perhaps it will help you see something that you missed in your previous studies. All right, speak. A plague is just a type of death to you, but to me, it's essentially an exam. One must not run away from exams forever. Sooner or later, one must take them. An exam? Explain yourself. This is rather unexpected interpretation of a catastrophe that took away half the population of your town. I have built this town, Bachelor. It's very unusual, you have to admit. This imponderable tower is a crowning achievement, and it was I who envisioned it like this. Surely, you do not allow the thought that I do not care for it. This is my life's work. There is nothing in the world more dear to me. And yet you lifted the quarantine, exposing your creation. What? Would you put your own child on the train tracks too, just to check? Because it's not entirely possible it wouldn't survive? Towns are like people. Some are common and plain, content with their plainness. Others try to prevail over their nature, grow and reach for the sky. So you think this epidemic is a punishment for the attempt? That this is Old Testament logic. Don't jump to conclusions. This isn't a punishment. This is an exam. Can't you tell the difference? An exam can be passed, and then one can move forward. Perhaps a town can pass it, yes, but what about single individuals, the mere mortals? Are those who do not strive for godhood unworthy of living? My heart aches for them. This is dreadfully cruel, but perhaps the thing we are trying to build can only be erected with the help of those who have passed it, the exam of death, who has learned not to fight it like you do, Not to deny it, but rather... master it? No. Embed it into themselves. Use it. Humanity has learned to use the law of gravity, hasn't it? There is your proof. Just look out the window. There was a time when humans could not brave the sky, but that time has passed. You make a reasonable point. It just gave me an idea. Never mind, though.
Забыто что-то важное.
There's perhaps another trial to be awaited. Right. So what? We have to go back to work? That stinking plague defeated Noel? That means I have to return to the factory, is that it? Isn't your factory across the river, there in the very centre of the outbreak? You're right. So I'll get back to work then. Here's how. Go to the nearest soldier and explain you're a volunteer willing to fix the barricades. Got it? And off you are. Well, calamity's over, ain't it? Hence my questions and all. Good bored without work? Go to the Crucible then. You'll find recruiters right outside, top of the stairs. Volunteer as an orderly. They'll give you the proper equipment. I think Daniil just told someone to go kill themselves, basically, there. Oh dear. Bachelor Dankovsky. Not exactly the most subtle of men. Wonder if that little children's cache is still available. You never know. You're the doctor. We've been expecting you. My good people, who exactly are you planning to bury? I'd like to examine them first. No. First you will listen. My husband doesn't want you to treat him. He refuses to live. We need him to live until the evening. You will help. Clearly you're quite fond of your dear husband. Yes. Alright, let's get to it. Where is he? Go to the yurt. You're the doctor. You will help. I'm not omnipotent. Don't pin all your hopes on me. Hold on. Is it here? Nope. No, it's gone. Oh well. It's worth a shot. I tried to deftly ignore the Daniil as an asshole potential dialogue options there, but I hope it's quite apparent that in many ways Daniil is an asshole. No place for you here. A wedding, not for you to watch. A local custom. We're not allowed to talk today. There's a celebration. Fair enough, I guess. Look, brethren, Snake Man comes. Let us call him Moga. Moga, lovely. Very evocative. Which yurt am I going to? Which yurt is it? All of these yurts are... oh. Fine. The creature is breathing heavily. Deep and dirty wound is gaping across its belly. No one's bothered to dress it. To operate on him, one would require clean bandages and painkillers. You'll have to move fast. Okay, right. Clean bandages and painkillers. Let's go to the drugstore. Fuck, a sticky can give me nuts, right? What time is it? Okay, it's only 11. We've still got time. But not really very much. No, don't haunt me with her memories. She deserves better. Ah, fuck. The soldiers guarding the drugstore, the one by the bridge, I mean. Won't let anyone in, means they'll open it soon, right? There's soldiers at the drugstore, interesting. Well, they probably have a reason to be there. That's what you think. Probably even believe the soldiers still follow your orders. Like they give you a single pill. Go check for yourself if they don't believe me. The soldiers follow Captain Longin's orders, or General Block's if by some miracle he got better. Which I doubt. Sun plague is, incurable. When a person lives in one place for a long time, they imbue it with their soul. Even after they die, the particles remain filling the place. It's good you lock down the houses of the deceased and forbid anyone from moving in there. Who told you that? I'm very much in favor of resettlement. The tenant of the Stillwater died some time ago and was never infected, yet her mansion remains untouched. Thank you. When I walk by it, I sometimes hear her voice. That means everything is all right. Never been better. Oh man. Hey, sir. Let me know, will you? You're like head guy here, right? And who are you, lad? I'm Cockaroo. I'm local. Khan Kane's best friend. You ask round. Everyone knows me. And what might you want, Cockaroo, Khan Kane's best friend? Look, old man, you're like... Listen, that drugstore, they have medicine there, like powders. I mean, it's not everything got stolen, right? Something has to remain. But that twat of a soldier is a vigilant jerk, and I need powders. What for? If you're sick, you're not taking powders, you're coming with me. I'm sending him across the river to my auntie. Your auntie, hmm? You tell the soldier he'll let you in. It's not in his interest to get on your bad side, and then you can, like, throw all that you find with me right up for the window. There's a broken window upstairs. We'll split the profit. I'll wait for you down here. You'll wait for me? Yeah, right. I require a more inventive scout to be fooled. I mean it. Word. There's no other way to get anything from that drugstore. We can help each other. Come on, old man. Everyone knows me here. You just ask around. Cockaroo's a man of his word. They'll tell you. I'll wait by the window. I promise. You got a cig? I'm still not convinced. It is not my interest to get on your bad side either. Smart lad, are you? Fine. Deal. Good day, sir. So your beakheads raided a den in the atrium last night. Found a huge bunch of them wicks, did they? Wicks? Them infected gits. Got themselves a pretty little nickname, they did. Ones that are burning and hiding away from the quarantine are wicks. Those who cover themselves in rags and responsible ones are mites, as in dynamite. So, did the beakheads really snatch themselves a bunch of wicks? Who knows, perhaps they did. Look at it is here, guarding the drugstore, our bunch. The order's not a thing to be taken away from the store. Terrible danger. Indeed, but why? They brought your samples here, I believe. The plague vials? Bacteria samples? Alright, I'll check. Just do my duty, sir. If this is an inspection, I can let you in. I'll have to search you after, though. Sorry about that in advance. Safety measures is all. Nothing's to be taken from the store, not a single item. I mean, personally, I respect you, but the orders were clear. No one wants to have their head court-martialed. Don't worry, I have your head covered. Right. Well, here we go. So, if I can get enough medicine here, maybe I can save that fellow from the step. Is there anything else in here? Let's just double check upstairs to make sure we're not missing anything. Oop. Hello. Come on. Gotta be something. Executive's cloak will do. Right. Immunity boosters, morphine, a broken ampule. Immunity boosters, used bandage. Regular bandage. Right, I'm gonna just make sure I've got everything. Oh, Jesus. Separate tourniquet. Bandages. So Ashimi Burak did manage to make a cure for the sandpest after all. Fucking yes. What a lucky bastard. Thank you, Mr. Burak. Right. Fuck it. Just make sure we're definitely got everything away. Yes. Sorry, Doctor. I'm gonna have to search you. Nothing to be carried out the store. I warned you, so no hard feelings, eh? Go ahead, do your thing. I've always dreamt of being searched like a common thug. Yeah, your share fair and square. There's also a bottle and some sort of panacerium. Got smashed. Oh no, you little lying rat. Give it here now. Not lying, I swear. Here's the pieces. Look. Indeed. Well, perhaps there's more at the store? Go ahead, I'll wait. There's a serum that could cure the sandpest. Enough for several lives, perhaps. Unique too. There's no one left to make more. Orderlies, the volunteer medical assistants, use these costumes borrowed from the local theatre as protective cloaks. This is the traditional costume of the Reaper. An allegory of death. Don't make me go past Eva. Don't make me. Don't make me. Do you dare? Can you hear them? What? The voices? It must be in the mansion. No. Nothing. Must have been the leaves. Why did you come here? Your camp is in the steppe behind the cathedral. It's too sorrowful there. One of us is getting married. No time for joy. Isn't marriage a happy occasion? Not according to our traditions. It would be curious to see your funeral then. The shop. The epidemic committee. Is there anything else that can be done? I don't know if there is. Please tell me I still have a sewing needle. I've got a hook. Fishing hooks probably won't do the trick, really. Noon has come.
Полдень. Что-то важное происходит снова.
Here comes Bachelor Dankovsky, the man who failed to defeat death. How do you know? We all know about you. We know what you did yesterday and what you are going to do tomorrow. If you're so smart, kindly tell me what I'm doing now. Now, making a fool of yourself by talking to a fool about his foolish endeavors and engaging in various tomfoolery, wasting priceless droplets of time. We have very little of the latter left, by the way. Have our days been numbered by ourselves, or were it ours? Mine were numbered by me, written down neatly, and are now kept in perfect order. Everything will be decided this evening, Excellency. A terrible appointment is in store for you, and you will not emerge from it victorious. Indeed, we do know the key to victory, but alas, it will be of no use to Bachelor Dankovsky. Why is that? Only a man with an open heart can overcome such an adversity. So if I had a softer heart, you'd teach me how to win this duel? Maybe. Possibly. But it's useless to explain to a heartless man. Take heart, Excellency, if you ever find it, that is, and then come back to us, even though it all sounds like a rather implausible turn of events. An outbreak doesn't seem like a good time to become soft-hearted, but I'll keep your words in mind. Save your spare change. We don't need money. What do you need, then? Would you really like to help? We're lacking a number of crucial performers, but alas, you're already starring in a different play, Excellency. Though, in all honesty, you're far from brilliant. What if I were to switch troops completely and join yours full-time? How about that? We can't hire you. Not until tomorrow, anyway. Aside from that, we're at your service, Excellency. In that case, would you mind telling me what these tools of torture are for, the ones you're standing by? These? Oh, these are merely reminders, anchors, to avoid laxity. We're actors, so we play. Yet any play, performance, or game is a cage. Is that so? Why? Any play, performance, or game is a cage because it's played by the rules written by someone else. How can a heartless man escape such a cage? That is the question. And we are yet to find the answer. Who knows? Perhaps you'll be of help in this matter. Perhaps I will. Well, Doctor, is this it? I don't think so, but let them stay inside. That's what they want anyway. Any further orders, sir? Stay here and keep an eye on these two. The threat is still real. Ooh, hunger is actually creeping up on me, isn't it? Well, let's not waste too much more time then. We have everything we need. Let us proceed with this operation. Not you. Who did this to you? This wound looks suspiciously self-inflicted. Not know lines. Not know how to cut open. Go away, outsider. I'm not cutting you open, I'm stitching you closed, so please calm down. We can deal without your moronic superstitions. Leave. Let die. If I die, then no wedding. Few of us left. Wedding? Not yours, obviously, so why should you worry? No. Not mine. All done. No drinking until the evening, no touching stitches. No gratitude expected either. Enemy spoiled everything. I'm touched. A patient's gratitude is always the most rewarding a thing a doctor can hear. Oh, you... What? You fuckers. The wedding went well. This is for you, no declining. Is that her heart? The girl's the one who danced? No declining. She chose herself. She was betrothed to the earth. The wedding went well. You know what? I'm beginning to think the plague broke out here for a reason. I shouldn't have bothered fighting it. Everything will be good now. We are grateful to you. How can anyone deal with your people and preserve their sanity? What happened? She was a herb bride. Brides join the earth in wedlock so the others may live. It means no one else will die today. You are the doctor. We did this for you. So this is what kind of wedding you were celebrating? Why didn't I listen to the poor wounded guy? If there had been mourning, the celebration would have been cancelled. If the celebration had been cancelled, the earth would have gone unfed. When the earth isn't fed, it feeds itself. And that would be far worse. No one would be saved. You're talking about the plague? What does that have to do with the earth? We fear neither pain nor death. One is immortal while the kin lives. You wouldn't understand. If only it was so simple. But I doubt that millions of dying people would agree with you. Have a heart, Doctor. Isn't there nowhere I can buy food here anymore? Probably not, actually. It's been 3 days and we've yet to see a single sick person here in the stone yard. To think the plague was spreading like wildfire before, yet somehow you managed to stop it. Incredible. Don't give me all the credit. A lot of people work their fingers to the bone helping out. Excellency, it's so heartwarming to see you in good health. Yeah, I've taken a heart. Taken a heart, I mean. Undoubtedly, an open one. Oh, Excellency, what a sordid sight. Sorry for underestimating you. You definitely do have, how shall I put it, a creative touch. But this is pure madness. You can't take things so literally. It looked too fitting to be a coincidence. Come now, Excellency, come now. Do you think this is some sort of game? Even if it is, it most certainly is not played by your rules. A game is a cage, and if you fail to break out of it, you lose. We know what we're talking about. You promised to help me out with this evening's appointment. We just did. A very fitting coincidence indeed. Please be so kind as to explain, Clara. Never agree to play a game if you don't understand its rules. The stakes are too high. If you already have, challenge and change those rules, Bachelor Dankovsky. Challenge and change. Thank you. I'll, think it over.
Кто-то на тебя смотрит.
No matter what. I misinterpreted the tragedians. The source or the carrier does not matter. What matters is discovering how to defeat the disease. How can it be done? Doctor, would you mind settling an argument of ours? You are, after all, an outsider in our town, with a clear head and a fresh outlook. We've been arguing over the reasons for the sand plague outbreak. You would, of course, agree that it happened in this particular town for a reason, wouldn't you? Indeed, I don't believe in random chance. As a matter of fact, this town's nothing but a machine, produced to challenge the limits of human potential, and our ideas of how people connect to each other, the very relationship with nature. For more than a century, 3 families ruling us have been running such experiments on the local population. You found yourself in a utopia. Death is a limit, unjustly imposed upon men. Humanity's long outgrown it, so what exactly are you arguing about? I think it's all because of that polyhedron, that gravity-defying tower the children play in. To this day I'm confused how it's supported. Balanced, somehow. I'm not much of an engineer. History already knows an example of people trying to erect an impossible tower. It ended in tragedy. That isn't history, that's a myth. Do you believe in God, Bachelor? What an unexpected twist of conversation. Do you believe the epidemic to be a punishment to God? There's only one thing I'm certain of. If this was ordinary, common as Blackberry's town, there'd be no outbreak. It would have been something equally common and ordinary, like cholera or pox. You may well be right. Post hoc, non propter hoc, don't mix correlation and causation. As for the relationship with nature, we are rebelling against it. No wonder it pushes back. The stat people live as though they're in a primeval time reverse, like stone axes yet to be invented, worshipping bulls talking to herbs. They don't even have a real language, it's all bol bol and good that. And yet for some reason we allow them here. And what's wrong with that? Well, they do have a language, and a rather beautiful one at that. What about the sacrifices? I'll have you still know they still make those. It's simply wrong to entangle different ages within the same space is all. Their age is different. Our time is broken, it's crippled, Bachelor. They've come from the past. So release them, let them return to the earth they hold so dear. Let them leave. Sacrifices. This is a nuptial ceremony of theirs, and they have a point. This is an impossible town, Bachelor. You just can't have your cake and eat it. Can't mix oil and water. Can't connect similarly charged magnet poles. Or rather you can, but only by force, and as soon as that force falters, it's all going to be shredded to pieces. We are abusing nature! You need a sociologist, not a medical scientist. I'm not sure if biological principles are applicable here. As for me, Doctor, I'd say it's simple. Men must not be remodeled or altered, even if they request it themselves. Pitied, yes, but not altered. What's wrong with men, anyway? We've so little time on this earth that it's barely possible to scratch the surface of what we are, let alone explore humanity fully. Man is infinite. But what does that have to do with the epidemic? I don't know. I only feel that this is the root of the problem. It wasn't we who designed the world like this. I believe in men, Doctor. In superhumans, I do not. This earthly life wouldn't fit them. Mortals have no place in the world of the living. It's just how it works. Take from it what you will. That's some further. Right, your service, Bachelor. Look, we need to set up a spare hospital in an ordinary house. Arrange for beds and other necessary equipment to be delivered there. You know the drill. Really, Doctor? You must be overworked. What for? The stone yard's clear. We all should know. In any case, it's not possible. All residential houses are overcrowded with healthy refugees from across the river. God damn you. How about the place I'm staying at then? It's otherwise vacant. What is our command? Have you been keeping watch all night long? Let someone else take the next shift. We're at your service, Bachelor. Stay vigilant. Only one thing left to do then is find ourselves some nuts. Or maybe even a shop. I wonder... No. One of these buildings I think must be a shop. More than one, hopefully. Like... Actually, let's see if we can find a shop. There must be somewhere. Fucking goddamn. Nothing to see here, Doctor. It's all over. Shame you weren't here earlier, but there's nothing to be done now. God damn it. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, you managed to prevail over the sand plague. If not for you, we'd all be 6 feet under. Does this mean the worst is over? The infection won't come back? You're safe as long as you follow my instructions. For one, I ordered everyone to stay inside and refrain from aimless wandering. No food to be found here. So our last one. One can hear footsteps. Perhaps there's another way. Doing my best to hurry, Doctor Sir, really am. Dismantling these bloody things takes time, but we're doing it. They truly are disturbing. Are you dismantling signal fires? Why the hell? Who gave that order? Well, it's not like anyone needs them anymore, sir. It's getting colder by the day. October's at hand. It means houses need heating and wood is scarce in these parts, what with us living amidst the steppe and all. Don't you worry, you'll all get warm in the evening when all the dead bodies will pile up and require moving around. Bite your tongue, Doctor Sir. Pardon me, but we've already had enough dead bodies already. Half the town's gone. That's it. No more suffering. Now is the time to live. If you want to live, you have to listen to me, and I'm telling you that you're loosening safety measures prematurely. You are indeed a learned and venerable man, sir. Not one to indulge in superstition, but wouldn't we be a croaking disaster if we keep him? Dismantling the unnerving things would be best, but it'll be as you wish, of course. I'm just following orders. If no outbreak happens by the evening, you'll light it up to celebrate. There's nothing to eat around this town, is there? This kid. Why does she want nuts?
А чего это у тебя из кармана торчит?
Where am I gonna get nuts from this time? Where can one? Like where? The bins? I haven't found a single nut this whole way. Could I have got it at the shop? The shop that... I was there at the shop earlier on in the day. I went by the shop. I didn't miss anything there. This, Please allow me to shake your hand. To what do I owe the pleasure? I was mistaken about you. You're the only brave person in this town. Are you trying to borrow money from me or something? A man-eater should never pretend to be a mouse. He should wield his blood-stained cleaver proudly. Issuing the order regarding the suspects in the cathedral was a straightforward and candid action. Hope that you witnessed the display in person. What display? By the cathedral. You ought to have a look. I have no idea what you're talking about. Stop trying to wriggle your way out. There's nothing more nauseating than a person attempting to cast away their vocation. Natural-born hangman waits for a lousy rope weaver. Just work with the material fate gives you. Go to hell. Here we go then. We still got in somehow, but perhaps not to the right bit of the building. No lockpicks. The plague is here. Fuck. Through that door lies death. Multiple characters have told me not to do that. And I am not gonna do it. Damn it.
Лишь бы башню
Here you
нашу не
go.
тронули.
Nuts.
А так хоть трава не расти.
What will he give me for Are you kidding? Oh shit. Thank you. Thank you, Sticky. Oh, you are a little legend, aren't you? Right. What a scamp. Okay. That'll do. I traded the nuts to Sticky. Box of powder is far more useful to me. So, I've now got a place I can get food. Right, so now I have to do a little bit of bin raking to make sure I'll survive until the evening. Inspecting the site, Doctor? There's no one here. One civilian got in, and he stayed. He shouted and shouted and shouted, and then he didn't. What's in there? Must be something scary inside. Both the tenants found it. Don't know. Hence me asking. Are you here to inspect the place? Indeed. I'm afraid I found the thing I was looking for. Need to look it in the eye, face to face. What? To dance with death, you need to face it. Death is a beast of prey. Never turn your back on it. I know that perfectly well. Listen. If you can hear it, it means it's close. It means you must muster up your courage and look it in the eye. Then it will freeze for a while, and you will get a chance to move forward. Does this house have a second exit? You need to find yourself, then it'll lead you be. Find myself. What am I, 13? You don't understand. I was speaking literally, no metaphors. Face death, don't turn your back on it. Find yourself, waste no time. Indeed, I'm rather short on the latter. I see you. How many names, dead names are... Leave me be. Hello, I see you. you're here, Death. Key. Nothing. Fuck me. My adversary knows me well. Shh. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. What must I find? Of course, I have my own name. I have found myself. In literal terms. Well, let's take what we can. The house is restored. I brought it back to life to some limited degree. Did I defeat death? Did I just do that? Maybe. Maybe I did. Fantastic. Okay. All that scratching, was it merely just rain on the windowsill? Okay. Probably got enough to trade more with Sticky to get the rest of the items that he has. Okay. Okay. Oh, I now have a lockpick. Ah, beautiful. Ah. Right. I can... How much can I trade in? Okay, let's see. Perhaps I can... Do I have any morphine already? I've only got broken vials of it. No, I do need the morphine, I think. I've already got some immunity boosters, so maybe I can leave them be. That'll do. Across the river the fires burn. But we saved who we could, and that's important. Why didn't you take in the boy? He'll become an urchin now. Don't you realize what it'll turn into? What he'll be doing in a week's time? Oh boy. You examined the late Blacker, but you didn't bother with the fate of his stepson. I'll be thrilled if he's still alive to engage in the petty thievery in a week's time. He's probably smashing someone's windows right now. Who'll reburst that damage? You? Please address your concerns about broken windows to the headquarters of the Crucible or the judge personally. As for your stunning lack of consideration, do find a confessor. So here's how it's going to be with you, huh? Well, in that case, you're no friend of mine. What did I do to lose your favourite? So when Sticky asks you for nuts, you're happy to run his errand to oblige, huh? And I'm second class? Do you even know why he doesn't want me to help you? No, I don't. Why? Because he doesn't want to let you pass away like normal people do. And you two are BFFs now or something. He wants to learn stuff from you. So he clings to you, sticks to you, cures you, generally plays doctor. Moron. You need to have a pillow stuffed over your face and your soul stuffed into a nut for safekeeping. You clearly have a very kind and compassionate heart. I'll try to make do without the pillow though, alright? This is pointless. Look everyone, here's what a person whose mind was erased by sickness looks like. You are delirious, Doctor, raving. Do you understand? You are sick. You got infected with the sand plague, and now you're hallucinating. It's midnight now. We're at your place looking after you. So it's you who seem to be raving, girl. That is a very suspicious symptom. You'll have to come with me. Yeah, right, go with you. Where to? The afterlife? No, thank you. You'll have to manage on your own. Since you failed to bring me a nut, there won't even be a single shred of you staying here. Serves you right, too. You're a friend of mine now. Well, in that case, you're not a friend of mine either. It's not like I don't feel sorry for you. I'll even deign to help you after all, but I'll never ask you for your help again. No, sir. It's dangerous outside. You should all go home. Will you look at the sky, boys, huh? You still thinks we're all standing somewhere outside. I have no intention to play games with you. Alright then, we'll go. You won't have anyone to barter with anymore. I'll live. I'm glad I got everything that I could whilst I could then. Perhaps the last pieces will fit into place after all. Fuck. Fuck. The lockpick broke. God damn it. Shit. Why was I fool enough to think that would work? What am I going to do with a lousy beetle? God damn it. Terrible appointment awaits me this evening. No matter what, one shouldn't play by the rules, not even the rules of this very game. Death is not the end, but rather a test waiting to be passed by every person. The orderlies have already registered me as among the deceased, and someone will pay for this sick joke. When one dies properly, they are greeted by something other than non-existence beyond the threshold, but how does one die properly? According to Shrew, I'm delirious, hallucinating yesterday's events, and not for the first time. The kind girl wants my misery to end. Perhaps if we loot this house, we might find something. A match? Spitty still lies dead. I just walked on her corpse. That was not intentional. Sorry, everybody. Okay. Shit. I'm not going back up there now. See if is there anything else in here that I can take? Is there anything I missed? Quite a lot of things as it turns out. But I can't open anything else. No. There must be something. There must be something I've missed. There must be some way. There's nothing. Damn it. Kind sir, fairy godfather. Can I call you godfather now? Please don't. My relations to the local people are purely professional. It makes sense. You took us in, sheltered us, orders to bring the sick to your own house, to close the eyes of the dying with your own hand, to give them final solace with your own prayer. It's not my house, it's a temporary residence. As for the sick, I was driven by rational considerations. It's just simpler this way. Thank you. Thank you. They say you don't have a heart, but I always knew that you did. If you only knew, old man. I'm sure there must be something that I've missed. I had a lockpick earlier. They gave me a lockpick. I used it to search this house. I'm a moron. The body's still here though. That's not ideal. Don't really know what I got from that. But, okay. Looted containers. Things I've already searched. A second spindle. I wonder what to do with all of this stuff. Okay, well I guess we have to head out. I think some things aren't bound to happen. I don't think I can open that door. But I know behind that door lies death. I'm not really in any hurry to go and meet it. The air is changing. Hear it. The smell is changing. Touch it. Something bad is brewing right here. Do you feel something odd? What is it? Look closely. Listen closely. Where are the flies flying? Where are the rats rattling? Where is new life germinating? Soon it begins. I hate fearmongers, you know? I'm not sure if there's very much else that I can do at this point. Beyond trying to loot more houses. Masquerade Ball will be held in the main square this evening. People want to celebrate our victory over the Sandpest. You don't mind? Of course I do. Is the average age in this town 5? Fuck me. Another day passes. Why is Maria in danger and Georgi isn't? Something feels strange. I wonder, what else am I missing? Surely there must be something. Children are asleep. All's quiet. What children? Children in the tower over there. Several hundred. No entry. Who's in charge of their well-being? Are they fed? Provided water? No one reports that to us. Let's see. The cathedral, I imagine, is now still locked. No, it is not. Well, let's step inside. Let's go up the stairs. See what we can see. Our masked friend is already gone. Perhaps there might be something else atop of this spire. Let's just be sure. Time has stopped here. Time has stopped it. It's not ticking. Fuck. This is where Eva jumped. Her soul becoming one with the cathedral. Lending her spirit to a soulless place. What a waste. There's nothing further that can be done. Let's leave. I'm not sure if there's a way to save any of us. Another building, another guarded again. Finally, you're here, Doctor. I'll just shoot a bunch of children away. They tried to sneak in. Seized lockpicks from them too. Didn't find the heart to shoot, sir. Forgive me. They're just children after all. Lockpicks? Well, sir, kids often ferret around empty flats. The owners of this house were evicted, sir. Here, 2 lockpicks I confiscated. But they still got more. I'll never back off. Know what I'm talking about, sir. I was just like myself. Why were the residences of the house evicted? For some reason, people from the Crucible came by, told them to vacate the premises. Don't know, sir. I was only assigned to the duty this morning. Am I dismissed, sir? No, you're not. Did you just give me some lockpicks? Did I get the lockpicks? Shoot. You didn't give me any. Bastard. Goddamn. Why does the ghost still haunt me? Goddamn, lockpicks. It's the last piece that I need to complete this puzzle is the lockpicks. I didn't seize them. Shit. Why did I not seize the lockpicks in time? Why did I not just ask him to give a fuck? I'm an idiot. Sign a paper, sir, please, for me. Show it to my mum. Show her that I didn't shoot. Are you out of your mind? No, sir. I'll show my mum so that she knows I didn't kill anyone. Please sign a paper. How many were killed? A lot. Damn. The entire far side of the town is lost. I mean, you'd have thought that in this pouring rain, you might want to wear a coat. We've been told today that there are no commanders left. When General Block was killed, Longin took the lead. Now they say Longin's also dying. All the officers are across the river, so who issues orders? Were the victims on your watch? Well, the Birdies was breached a couple of times. Not as badly as the day before yesterday, but still formidable attempts. There was shooting. What else is there to say? How many were killed? How should I know who's dead and who's wounded? Stop twisting the knife, Doctor. There was an inspection, they've got it all down. Go bother them. What inspection? Where are the inspectors? How should I know? Across the river, perhaps, or in that cathedral of yours where you gather suspicious people. We, on the other hand, gathered no one. We were ordered to shoot on sight. I ordered no such thing. You did then. Everything that happens, Doctor, is attributed to you. Everything. Well, shit. At this point I can gather all the beetles I want. It's not gonna make a blind bit of difference. Shall we pay our respects at least? God damn it. Why did everything have to go so wrong? In this town we honor the dead more than we honor the living now. There's the little break in the side here. Not quite. Okay. I just wonder if there's another little children's cache down the side. You never know. Sometimes there might be. Got a cure this time. No, nothing. Just an old empty bedroll and an empty suitcase. It was worth a trot. I don't think there's anywhere else I can get lockpicks. Everything's gone wrong. Everything falls apart. In these quiet moments, it all seems so strange. Like none of it ever mattered. In the face of such death, such annihilation. What can one do other than face the absurd with a sense of decorum? How does one do anything except embrace the absurd? It's just a signpost to a shop that isn't open anymore. We struggle. There is meaning in struggle. The end of all struggles is death, so I suppose that is the ending meaning in everything, but it feels such a pointless bit of nihilism. I don't think I can complete my last quest. I think I might have screwed up. Well, I tried my best. I did what I could do. I did everything I could have done. Should have done. Perhaps we'll win. Or perhaps not. In the end, does victory matter, or was it the process that mattered? Nothing. Can't get in.
День подошел к концу.
Death reigns everywhere. And, as expected,
Что-то важное происходит снова.
Crucible's off limits. The Ark is full. Those who've been taken on board by the judge will probably be saved. As for me, that's death for a mutt. Dying in the street. Oh well. Ain't worse than dying anywhere else. There are other places to seek shelter, the cathedral, for example. Like anyone can find salvation in that place. Here it is, Doctor. Here it finally is. You were right all along. So, here we are, standing on watch once again, awaiting your wise orders. I was too late. This is it then. No. We need to find a way to withstand the outbreak now. Perhaps someone will survive. Nothing's over yet. This is just the beginning. This is what I've been told to relay to you. Told to? By whom? We deal in death, Bachelor. We have our own sources. Some of them on the other side. Death is a lousy employee. Far too willful a partner. There's enough fight about this. The plague. The plague is only a facade. Who is my true foe? Have you seen him? Rats everywhere, thousands of rats. What's it mean? It can't be here already, can it? I have to think that I almost believe we may have indeed won. I'm such an idiot. I'm standing my watch, Doctor, as per your instructions. Our job is to educate the local populace on the required precaution measures in times of an outbreak. If the local populace keeps roaming the streets without a care in the world, educating them won't do much. Why do they act as if nothing's happened? We're understaffed. We can't make them stay in, we can only educate them. Although in my humble opinion, sir, it's all pointless now anyway. Walls won't protect anyone from the pest. Poisoned air doesn't care about walls. And rats are omnipresent too. Recite the instructions. Immunity is key. This is our main defense, our tough armor. As long as it's high, there's a chance to escape unscathed. But infection gnaws at it. When it becomes low, it's time to take an immunity boosters. A pills. Go on. The air itself is dangerous. To be more precise, the black particles is filled with air. It's what wears out the immunity. However, if you're already infected, it stops being a hazard. When you're infected, you need to keep an eye on other things. Such as? The things that exacerbate your condition, obviously. Being sucked by infected people. The mobile clots of airborne infection, so-called plague's breaths. The more infected you are, the faster you're dying. Indeed, one must keep an close eye on their infection level. The lower the better. Please try to hammer this through into everyone's heads. Level of infection is decreased by antibiotics, but they're also harmful for your health. We forbid the populace from taking too much of them. That can lead to fatal outcome. In any case, if the infection's already found its way into your body, antibiotics cannot erase it completely. Correction. There are problematic rumours circulating about some sorts of magical cures that can actually rid a person from the sandpass completely. I hope you root this hearsay out. As a matter of fact, if you insist, sir, we will quell these rumours, but they say it works, Doctor. Using step traditional practices, Birdies has created a panacea. The children's powders work too. There have been cases of people getting miraculously cured. Everyone's chasing them for a reason. Children's powders. Are children considered luminaries of medicine now? If anyone here needs to be firmly crowded, it's the children. What else? Immunity aside, thick clothing also protects from infection, which is why we wear these outfits that even cover faces. I think that's all. No, that's not all. You've got to mention that a person who wants to actually do something needs to stock on painkillers. Morphine reduces pain, giving the illusion of health restoration, even though it's temporary. Oh, and one more thing, sir. The anti-epidemic committee at the Crucible keeps working, as far as I know, but we're receiving weird contradictory orders from them. Should we still follow them? What kinds of orders? To breed cats, to take beds and bunk outside, to put small bells atop graves, to bury the dead in the most notable and visible places. Not an hour goes by without them issuing a new guideline. They got insane. Check it out. Oh, the infected are walking the streets. We would kindly suggest that any unauthorized attendants move along, please. Sorry, but our workload is tremendous. Who are you? We're here to replace the deceased, keep tabs on the deceased, find accommodations for the deceased, take commands and complaints from the deceased. If you'd like to file a complaint, please wait in line for your turn. Like hell, I'll wait in line. Every order and instruction of yours has been carried out with precision. We accept no complaints in regards to ourselves or our predecessors, not from you. If you feel dissatisfied with anything, you have no one to blame but yourself. The beds you provided in the makeshift hospital are creaky. This will not do. I need to have a good night's sleep. Oh. What will become of us? Don't give up. Live for as long as you can. Apathy and fear are the deadliest killers. And in that, I suppose I agree with Dankovsky. That was the carrier. Sure was. What makes you think so? Them savages are the root of all evil. Who else could bring us the pest with them? Plain as day it is. You imbeciles, he had nothing to do with it. Good riddance to the plague bearer, he did it. He brought the pest, there's no one else that could. Should burn the step den down too. Gather the good people at night, light some torches and burn it to hell and back. What? For real. Shouldn't have let them here in the first place. That was your doing. We know everything. You deserve no better, worm lover. Calm down and get lost. Or else. Twire, white whip. Perhaps there's still some use from these. What do you call the person who first announces that an epidemic is curbed and then immediately sets up a hospital in their very house? I'd call such a person diligent and considerate. I'd call them a two-faced viper who fed people false hope. It's better to take hope away when catastrophe looms than to cling to illusions, leading everyone to their graves. No, it's not. Whatever. Fuck. Advised to not to be handy, Dr. Sir. Your expectations came true. Truly, you have a brilliant mind. I asked to remind you of the appointment you have for today's evening. By God's mercy, perhaps it will also go smoothly. You've been asked by whom? How do you know my appointments? I'm standing by watch. Come, little birds. Gather round the marble nest. Damn you to hell. Time's coming to an end. That's fine. We'll manage without it just fine. What? It's all been in vain. Plague has gotten to us here. The neck and the heart districts are already poisoned. This is all your fault. I did everything I could. Is there anything else to be done? Perhaps. we can find our true enemy. When your enemy is the one that built the rules of the game, perhaps the best thing is to not play by the rules. Oh. The children gather at my bedside. Perhaps because they already know. Bachelor Dankovsky is dead. There was never any hope for him in the first place. There's never any way out of this. All of these things are lost. As moments in time. Merely tears in the rain. I wonder, is there any way? Is there anything I could have done differently? Could I have won? Was there ever any way out? Whatever they say, don't believe them. Whatever it feels like, don't worry. You're alive. I know.
Ja, versøgt van de biet. Ja, dat is heel lief. Dat is niet heel stand dus.
But a few moments more. I have the twire. If I had access to Artemis' lab, then perhaps I could make something. I doubt that it would work now, though. I don't think anything would work now. Everything turns to ashes. I can't survive the flames. And like the ashes, I will blow away. Birdies, birdies, gather ye here, around marble nest. Did you come to pay respects? Pay respects to whom? You aren't a local, are you? No, I'm not. Daniil Dankovsky, a doctor from the capital, passed away in his house an hour ago. Would you like to come in to pay respects? Please. Rituals are very important for the local crowd. Your clock is running fast. Let me in. When death comes a-knocking, do you answer it?
Да нечего языками чесать.
So scary, but just keep yourself together, all right? The fight's not over, is it? Is it? Of course it isn't. Don't worry. You can just stay here for as long as you like. The world is your oyster. You can even live forever if you want. As for the banging and the other horrors, just forget them. How can anyone forget all of this? Just keep it out of your head. Allow yourself to zone out. Morning will come once again. Once again, I will, wake you up, sort of. I'll help you too, like I always do. Everything will be fine, like it was before, huh? Sounds tempting. Suppose I can't argue with that. Look, y'all, he's waking up. What for your taxes? So we make a run for it. I don't think you'd manage to, even if you tried, lad. I think we've been boarded in. You've almost come too, see? We've been here all along. What is the banging noise? What noise? Are you okay? Whatever, now let me through. Am I missing something? No. No, I'm not. I had a feeling I would find you here. So, Bachelor Dankovsky. The founder of Pathologic, a lab where you've been fruitlessly trying to solve the problem of human mortality for too many years. The tragic Sand Plague Fighter. Are you ready to die? Go on. I like how you're listing my achievements. More, please? Enough. You've had the time to put yourself and your actions in perspective. Your thoughts keep coming back to your very last day, time and again, as if you were trying to fix something. But in reality, you are lying here delirious, clinging to the naive hope that this terrible house is a product of your imagination, a prophetic nightmare. So the kids were right. Yes. The kids grew very fond of you. They keep vigil over your body, even fighting over the privilege of fetching water for you. The girl is the only one smart enough to realize that it's your time, your torture ended. But adults always underestimate children. Think they are more intelligent. You are no exception. Keep vigil over my body? What do you mean? You once again refused to die, and plunged into a loop of your deathbed derangement. Everything but this house is a product of your imagination, but now you are finally coming to. There is only one step left to leave the illusion behind and embrace reality. I'm afraid I'll have to be insistent, so I repeat, are you ready to die? Give me a moment, I need to collect my thoughts. Do that. Thinking is never inappropriate. In the morning, you told me that you're not unlike a law of nature, a rule, so to speak, of this world. Could you please remind me, though, which rules exactly we're playing by? What on earth? You're not death. You're merely a puppet. It was I who brought you to life, and it's I who will end it. Touché, bravo, Bachelor. Or are you? It's hard to tell who exactly talks to me from the other side of the glass. What a cumbersome mask. Anyway, what do you plan to do now? Solve the same problem in my real life. When the time comes. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But thank you for thank you kindly for the enlightening conversation. The laws we think commutable are false. The laws of nature that dictate mortality. The laws of the games we play. Well done. One doesn't have to follow them indefinitely. Rules are made to be changed.